We are in Bering 88 today. We're gonna make a sea trial. We're gonna see a fuel consumption and talk about range and capability of this boat. This Bering 88 is a RENA charter class boat. Technically, it's 26.2 meters of LOA. It's made to comply and certified by RENA for unrestricted charters. It's kind of unique in such a small package to fulfill all the requirements of the class society, and it's a challenging. For the future models, we change a little bit of parameter of the hull, and our future Bering 88 model will be CE. Of course, we can build the RENA, which would be a previous model like where we at right now, but the boats which we will start building available in CE Class A, also unrestricted, and it's also charterable as well. You know, boats are evolving. There are some questions like you had the Bering 80, now it's Bering 88. It's actually the same concept, the same platform. We take it like a car. It's not all the boat builders doing this, but I think if it's a successful platform, if it's good boat, you just can update and change and perfect it and change the exterior styling to be in line with the trends of the current moment. I think like every car get updated every couple of years or 3 years for luxury models. I think the boat should be doing the same, that we can have a model of 2025, 2028, but the platform, the general architecture, the layout is remain the same. And of course the capability, functionality of the boat. So this boat is capable to go 6,000 miles plus. It's all we know, that it all depends on speed. You can reach the range of 8,000 miles at certain speed, but we will check it all today. We're gonna go for an hour sea trial. I'm eager to learn because we didn't check this boat yet for the fuel consumption and for performance yet. The boat is light. We have just a couple tons of fuel. We're ready to go. Please notice that range we're talking about is mathematical range. We're just simply looking at the consumption and dividing fuel capacity by consumption and getting the speed. It's not practical speed because we're not adding consumption of generator, and we also don't put 10 or 20% reserve for this calculation as needed, practical. Just keep in mind we're talking about mathematical range, or rather fuel consumption at certain RPM. To get the practical range, we need to make an adjustment for generator and make an adjustment for reserve. We're at sea. Imagine how quiet it is. I think the sound level here is around 45 dB. Of course, it's vibration-free boat. We tried it before, so zero vibration and very low noise. We're gonna test the fuel consumption and estimate the range. You can see to yourself how it's all works. One remark, the engine hours right now is 12. The engines has not broken in yet. Usually after a couple hundred hours, the performance of the engine is better, fuel consumption wise. But for our purpose, it's okay. It's not a big problem. We're idle. Our speed is 4.2 knots, 600 RPM, and our fuel consumption is 4.3, 4.4 liters per engine. So it's 8, and we're going for knots. What does it mean? That we consume 2 liters per mile, give or take. 2 liters per mile, considering her tank is 40,000 liters. At idle speed, we have a range of 20,000 miles. It's not a practical range. We just divide the fuel consumption and speed and capacity of the tank, and that's what we get. But technically, if you go slow, you can reach much greater distance compared if you go fast. So let's go to 800 RPM. We need to wait. This boat is a heavy boat. The displacement of this boat fully loaded is about 235 tons. Right now we are light on fuel. We don't have any black, gray, fresh water. So the boat is light. Of course, the accuracy of our test is not as per book. We're just testing and getting feel of the consumption, but fully loaded, the difference is not too big because it's not a planing boat, it's a displacement boat. And one of the main parameters affecting the speed of this boat is the length of the underwater part and the surface, wetted surface of the hull. Since these parameters, length is not changing, the wetted surface of the hull, which related to the friction, is just changing when you're loading this boat up. The speed may be difference in speed of fully loaded and not loaded boat, not more than 10%. Now we stabilize our speed. We go on 800 RPM. Our speed is about 5.3, 5.4 knots. Our RPM is 800. Our fuel consumption is about 6.5-7 liters per engine, which is 14 liters. We load the engine's only up to 25%. So the engine is not working hard. We're going to 1000 RPM. Our load is only 30% and our fuel consumption is around 11 liters. And let's wait for the speed. The sea condition, very light wind. The wind actually is 16 knots. It's a swell. Yesterday was stormy. It's about 3 foot of swell. We go a little bit up and down. The stabilizers are engaged, so we have no roll. We just have up and down motion. I think it's a perfect condition for the trial. It's a real condition. And most of the time you go at this condition. Of course, waves are really slowing you down. This is not a flat conditions. It's closer to average, I would say. Now we go on, let's say 6.4 knots. Here's the readings. We running 1000 RPM and we're running about 11 liters per engine, which is 22 liters. And we go on 6.5. We consuming about 4 liters per mile. Now our range is 10,000 miles at the speed of 6.4. Let's go to 1200. Now we stabilize the speed. We are going 7.4, 1200 RPM. Our consumption 37 liters per hour for 2 engines at the speed of 7.5 knots. We're consuming about 5 liters per mile. Our range decreased and we now can run about 8,500 miles at the speed of 7.4. Remember, we're a light ship right now. Let's check the load on the engine. It's still around 30%. That's why we recommend to run 1 engine at a time, because for even common rail diesel engine, very good diesel engine, 30%, it's not an ideal load. It's better to have 60 and up to 80% load than engine work. Efficiency is better and it's better for longevity of the engine. Let's go to 1400 RPM. You see the load is now get up to 40%, which is better. And the fuel consumption is growing. Now we're at about 30 liters per engine, which is 60 liters. And our speed, I would say it's about 8.4. This is a good cruise speed. My favorite is 8, by the way. It's probably 1300 RPM on this boat. 8 knots, 60 liters, 8 liter per nautical mile, give or take. Now our range is in vicinity of 5,000 miles. Still good. We'll give you a graph in this video where you would see the range versus speed. Again, when we talk on the range of the boat, it's very important to understand at what speed you're reaching it. If you go in distance, you can plan it and you can pick your speed to reach your destination with certain fuel consumption. Going to 1600 RPM, now we can hear some sound. I don't know if it's going to be reflected on our record, but I can hear the engine is working here. Now our engine's loaded at 50%. And the fuel consumption is around 42 liters per engine. So we're talking about 84 liters both engines. And let's wait for the speed. Let's keep on climbing. We're about 9.1 knots. You see the curve of this graph, it's become an exponential. We're now consuming 84 liters of fuel, but the speed didn't change much. We gain just a little bit over half a knot. We go on 9.2 right now. Let's go to 1800. Now engine's loaded at 65-64%, which is good, and the fuel consumption jumped up to 120 combined, 120 liters, and we reached 10 knots. It's 12 liters per mile. Remember, we started with 2 liters per mile. Now we're at 10 liters per mile, and we still have a range of around 4,000 miles. Not too bad. Let's go 2,000. I think this engine, it's about wide open. Yeah, we're wide open. Now we can hear the engines are working. So, and we are reaching 11 knots. We're at 100% of the load. These engines are 420 horsepower, which is still derated compared to some other modifications of the same engines. RPM is around 2,000, and our speed is around 11, fluctuating, but yeah, 11 sustained, 11 knots. But our consumption jumped to 185 liters, going 11 knots. Do your math. Our range dropped drastically. We're still around 3,000 nautical miles, but it's a huge difference compared to 8 knots, which is ideal for this boat. So let's slow down and get to our favorite 8 knots and see how we perform on one engine. Now we are stopped one engine. The engine is idling, we didn't switch it off. So the autopilot make a corrections. We go on the same course. It's correcting the rudder position is about 3 degrees to offset this thrust, shift it to one side. We are trying to reach 8 knots. Let's see what RPM we'll have. Okay, we reach 8 knots, even a little bit more. Our fuel consumption is about 47 liters. One engine running at 1600 RPM and loaded up to 60%. 60% is good. You see the consumption is increased because one engine is idling and only one engine is working to propel the boat, and we have a consumption of 47 liters versus 37, 10 liter more per hour. Go on the same speed of 8 knots. We spend a little bit more of fuel, but we save on maintenance, engine hours, and we're loading engine properly. On the long range passages, you may prefer to use one engine at a time, especially if you're not in a hurry. One more thing, I want to check how fast you can go with one engine. If we will go wide open. We going 1900 RPM, loaded 100%, consuming 96 liters per hour. The max speed with one engine is 9. The max speed with two engines is 11. That's a displacement vessel. You see, to reach these last 2 knots, you have to engage and use 100% of power of the second engine just for 2 knots. The nature of displacement hull, you have such a term as a hull speed. The hull speed is a parameter which give the optimum speed of vessel of these dimensions. And when you exceed the hull speed, then your consumption will start to go up exponentially and your power needed to propel you. Basically, you hit the wall. Like to reach 12 knots, you need to put 2 more engines. To reach 13 knots, you need double the power. So it's almost vertical line. So you can see that one engine, left or right, you don't need to touch the autopilot. It's compensate the direction, the position of rudder very well if you apply thrust to 1 or 2 sides. The directional stability of this boat is excellent. Without autopilot, it would draw the straight line in sea condition like this. You don't need to correct the course. It's easy to steer, very maneuverable vessel. It's turn around on length, 2 lengths of the hull, make a full turn, 180-degree turn, and the seakeeping ability of this vessel is incredible. I had the chance to try Bering 80, the hull number 1, in pretty rough sea condition. It's a marvel. It's a fighter. We had a good sea trial today. It was a windy condition, 15 to 20 knots wind, some swell from the yesterday's storm. I think we collected a good data and good information about fuel consumption, about speed, general feel of the boat. Again, it's very quiet, vibration free, and very soon we'll have a walkthrough on this boat. Stay with us. The next sea trial on Cat 60.